Hello again. So today is Wednesday and our temperatures are going up. And I just thought I'd kind of show you what I do. Is I just take a big roll of this 50% shade screen and I cut it into strips and chunks. And I just lay it right over the top of the plants that I want to give a little protection to. And as long as we're here, look at that pretty pink flower. That one just opened today. These little red ones, they kind of last for a while. They're hanging on. I'm waiting for that one, which I think is going to be a yellow or white one there on that little gymno. Pretty. This guy down here is all done. It looks like this one's got another bloom trying to open. So, but yeah, this is what I do. I just kind of lay the shade screen on top of whatever plants. I put a little tiny piece over this blue glow because in the afternoon the sun will be going down over that way, and it gives it just a little bit. I noticed it had a little sunburn on it. Over here I've got my sempervivums. Now they're super hardy in the winter, but they do not like this hot sun. Threw a little strip over some of those that were kind of frying. I just lay a big piece on top of my cactus here. I noticed some of them had some spots of sunburn. And this cutting from Poots Nursery last year, which has these two nice big arms on it. It's got a flower, still hasn't opened, but I'm waiting. It's gonna be cool. And then down here, this piece blew off. I noticed my ruby necklace here starting to get a little bit fried right in the middle. So I just kind of threw that right over that spot. In the afternoon, actually the shade's already coming over this way. In another hour, all this stuff here will be in the shade. But I do put some over the top of these guys here, and that one there was getting a little fried. All the stuff on the porch, my flowers, they're all back in the shade already, so that's good. They don't get too hot. Oh, I need to water my flowers. I actually need to rip all those out and redo them because they're starting to look a little ragged. So this blew off. Kitty, can you move? I just throw one big one over the top of my topsy-turvy. Okay, this is probably why it's blowing off. Why don't you quit rubbing on it? Good boy, get out of there, you. So just kind of gives it a little protection from the sun. Threw another one over here. And I noticed that new little plant there. That's one of my, I think that was the yucca. I can't remember, I'd have to get closer. It wasn't looking real happy. And then over here, I had my millii there, that yellow millii. The leaves were getting a little fried. Threw one over there. Still have the barrel cactus covered. I threw a little piece over this guy, which of course the cat just moved. And then that one over that new cutting there. So yeah, everything will get a little protection from the sun. And it's going to be about 95 today, but this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, is going to be 108 both days. So it's going to be really hot. So I'll have to probably hold off on watering. You don't really want to water them when it's that hot because they're probably not going to be taking the water in. They're going to close up and try to protect themselves. This cutting has got blooms on it. Pretty yellow. I like that. Fessick, can you quit knocking my shade screen off? And one thing I did notice, this sea dragon here is looking kind of rough. It's been in the pot since last year. It does have a nice bloom on it. But this one over here that I actually just stuck in the ground is doing much better. Look how much bigger it is. Got a couple of big blooms on it. Doesn't seem like it's getting fried. So I was thinking last night, I was thinking about it, and I might just pull it out of that pot and just plant it right into the ground when it cools down a little bit. Probably not right away, but and see if it doesn't do a little bit better because it lost a lot of leaves over the winter. It was so cold here last year. But yeah, I think it might be happier if I just actually plant it in the ground. So we'll see. But otherwise, everything else is kind of hanging in and trying to survive during this heat. I did bring a few things over from the greenhouse area, like this little cactus here. it was not looking good over there. I think it was just getting too hot. So now it's in the shade. Brought this donkey tail over. It was hot. Forgot a couple of times of watering this again. It's still alive, but it's not doing well. But my begonia is looking good. All these little guys down here are looking good. And I'm hoping for another flower to open on this. The flower only lasted about a day and a half, surprisingly. So yeah, that's what's going on in this heat. It's just gonna get hotter, so I'm really watching all my babies real closely. And anything that I notice that looks like it's struggling, I just get another piece of shade screen here and just throw it over the top of it. And last year I was putting it on every morning around 10, pulling it off around 2 once the sun goes over. This year I just threw them all on the plants and have just left them. Oh, and I'm just looking here at my Amic cutting, this euphorbia, and look at that thing. That is just doing really well. This thing's happy here. Looks like it's starting to grow a little crooked though. And I'm being dive bombed by these swallows again. Look at these guys. They're like, go away. The babies are getting big. They're doing really well. So that's it for today. Just wanted to check in real quick. I still have a bunch of plants that I need to get planted up, but I did scratch my eye a week ago and it's really still bothering me. I just got back from the eye doctor. She said everything's looking good. It's healing up good and no other damage. It's about 80% healed and I just have to suck it up. So I'm waiting on, when it's not so light sensitive to come out and get these things potted up. But I'll probably make a video and you can come along for the ride. So thanks for watching and we will see you next time.